Your safe mode launches blew up. You said, yeah, I would love to see. Yeah, let's. So yeah, you had a safe mode. Let's yeah, send me over.
Should I
Send
send
it
you
over to.
the deck screener? I don't think it's on Pump.fun no more.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Most people can't even make it past Pump.fun. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you got it straight to Dex is so dope.
Bro,
Yeah. So
honestly, brother, you're a believer. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know nothing. Like, I actually believe it was just God, just showing me, like, yo,
absolutely,
this is actually a real thing. Like, you can make it out like this.
absolutely, and it's so funny you say that because a lot of times you'd be surprised. A lot of people think today these days that you can't launch a project in safe mode and it go to to shoot to over. By the way, what was your all time high?
The market cap was 300K. I don't know. I forgot. I don't know what the actual price was. Someone told me it was like $300 at a point, but I don't think that's possible.
Really,
325K market cap.
really. Hmm, that's interesting. You said
Yeah, man. So
305?
325.
23, 25. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Good. Kudos, man. Kudos. And how much did you bundle in that particular project?
Bro, like $300, nothing. Like, went
Oh,
straight.
but I
Like, it
mean, that
was.
sounds like to me it was like a 30x though.
But I didn't sell at the top, brother. Like, right when it hit
Yeah.
radium, I wasn't able to sell until it literally went back to like. I still made profit, but
Right. No, I totally get it. I totally get it.
I didn't just the fact you just saying that, I didn't like bundle in. I just made a dev buy of like $3, and then I bundled like one sniper, like one wallet for $3,
Uh huh.
and then I sold it after like I think maybe like one bot joined, and then they sold, I think.
Really?
I can't remember really from the top of my head, and then that's when I bundled uh another probably like 300, 400, and then when the bots joined and when they dumped it, I bundled again, like just to kind of make the chart look nice,
Right. I'm
and I
gonna
did
go to
that.
Pump.fun real quick. This is great. This is a good testimony though, because like I said, a lot of people who jump in this game, they really have no idea of the possibilities of what you can do with this tool here, and
Yeah.
um, that's so cool. Let me actually, you see my screen, right?
My gosh. Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So lovely. So let's see what happens here. Looks like we had a spike like crazy. Looks like your supply got bought up. Now, from the looks of it, did this happen within the first 5 minutes?
No, for some reason it didn't show the pump right when it bonded and went to deck screener.
Uh huh.
The chart changed it, like it changed to this. It didn't show the previous.
Gotcha.
It was like
Right.
5 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours.
Gotcha. So the pump chart. This is the pump chart.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
There we go. Yes. Okay. So, uh, theoretically speaking, you got your bundler here, and you had your project now. Ooh. Okay. So you came in with one buy, and then that was it. It was a one buy, like, or multiple. How many wallets was it, or it was a couple
It
wallets,
was
or
just like one dev and one bundle. Like I was just gonna do it with a dev, but it didn't let me do it without a wallet in the
oh,
bundle.
right,
So I just did
sure.
one bundle, one wallet. Yeah, two wallets pretty much.
And at any point, did you think about possibly going into the task that's here, and then essentially going in
Yeah,
there and generating volume or human mode, perhaps?
yeah. That's what I did for the generating volume. That's what I was using uh to like keep the chart kind of level. Like whenever they dumped, I would use new wallets and then buy again in the gen volume. So
Right.
yeah, it was like kind of like that. I just used
Man.
gen volume though. I didn't understand anything else.
No, that's good. So it seems like maybe the charts were a little bit down here, and then you started generating volume a little bit, right? And then
Right.
you did,
Even
start.
how does it? Yeah, maybe. Is
Basically
that
the
the start? Yeah,
the
yeah,
floor was
exactly. Yeah,
being at a presentable level where you could basically bring it up a little bit.
I
It
think
was
more in the
beautiful.
beginning though. I didn't. It hit a point where I just couldn't do it anymore, and then it just started doing it by itself. Like I didn't
Really?
have enough money. But I
You
think
just, you
was
just
yeah, like within the maybe first hour or two.
king of the hill, possibly.
Or yeah, I can't even remember, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Wow.
smoke too much and shit.
Hey, you and me both, brother. You and me both. Um,
I
now,
just couldn't believe it. I just remember in the moment, like
right.
I was just like, yeah.
It's a euphoric feeling, especially, I bet if you had all those wallows in, no?
Say that again.
It's probably an euphoric feeling. Having all
Yeah,
those.
exactly, brother. Yeah, yeah.
Now, let me ask you, did you have already a backup plan in regards to your selling points at Ray, or like, did you,
Brother, I didn't even think this was possible, man. Tell you the truth, bro. This
yeah,
is like I
and,
like I, w-
and people
I
want to
was
hear
just
this,
doing it as a
man.
test, literally just to say like, okay, how does this work? How does this work? How does this
Yeah,
work? Like I was trying to make sure I don't lose money and just building the wallets, like you said, and then
right.
I didn't even think I was gonna make it to deck screener, brother. I was gonna sell it,
Really?
just yeah, and someone like I called someone I know who like trades this stuff, and he said, "Yo, just hold it.
Yeah.
You never know." And
And
then
this
boom.
is a beautiful thing, brother. Let me ask you. Now, you went over the entirety of the course. Particularly, is there anything that you could say that you would like to talk about that was something that was questionable, or you wanted to kind of get more details and stuff of that nature? Because the looks of this chart,
Yeah.
man, I need to be getting some lessons from you.
Nah, brother. I need more lessons from you. Honestly, bro, it's just the volume part, the human mode volume, and honestly, like I don't. I understand everyone has strategies and stuff. No one really wants to give away their strategy, but how would it? How would I go about? Like, would I
Sure.
always have to do like when I just bought and then sold, bought and sold to keep the chart looking nice? Do I? Is that
Right.
something you continuously have to do?
Yeah. So essentially, you have two main options, with the tasks here. When it comes to eating your floor up specifically, then also a lot of times people ask me the same question. It also depends on also your liquidity too, as far as what you got left over. Of course, when it comes to this volume, right? You've already
Mm-hmm.
came in with the extensional or XYZ amount when it comes to just the bundle itself. But from the micro perspective, it depends on the market. So let's say hypothetically speaking with your market, right? It looked like to me, and by the way, just hypothetically speaking, what caused you to choose this whole entire like gamma here? This whole like this is a whole this is
Bro,
great.
honestly, my mind, man, I don't even know. It's just ideas. Me, I
Wow.
believe in things I feel like a lot of people don't believe. I feel like
Yeah.
things, brother, aren't really like even that chart, just any success or any loss and stuff, I feel like it's out of our hands.
Right.
Sometimes there's just deeper. Even you,
100%.
I feel like you know. But I believe in things like numerology and stuff.
That's beautiful, brother. I love it. And like, with this instantly, like what happens is this situation looks like, for example, you might be looking at the charts here and then saying to yourself, well, it's after literally 20 minutes here because this is like literally 5 minute candles. So we got 5,
Mhm.
10, 15, 20. And so after about 20 minutes and you taking up so much of a floor, you might think to yourself, like, damn, I need to come in with some substantial little volume so there's like a healthy reversal. The
Mm,
problem a lot of times with a lot of deployers who are bundlers are they come in and the floor starts to drop like this, and they'll come in with the like a candlestick like this. But the problem with coming with a candlestick like that is, unfortunately, you don't get to decks like that. This with the
yeah.
decks, this would just look like, and it looks super sus. And
Mm,
then at this point, it's like, whoa, what the fuck. So by doing essentially a generate volume again, we go back to the actual DogWifTools here, and if we go into specifically task and we'll generate volume, and of course make sure the token CA along with the minimum and the maximum buys there. The beautiful thing about this is like we can essentially hit that contract and eat it up like at a energy time where it's like, all right, every 25 seconds we want to give it a more sold to the contract, and then with that 25 seconds this is like every minute it's winning, right? So that means for there's 4 times in that minute that we're going to be able to attack this contract and basically eat it, and we're going to try to do this for essentially 5 times because that's going to be our candle. That's a 5 minute candle. So
yeah. When
if
you
I
when you my bad to cut you off. When you do the
mhm,
delay time,
uh-huh.
bro, I was randomly using that. I don't know like exactly what you said, 30 seconds, 40. But does it do every wallet in 30 seconds, or it bundles it like 3 wallets now and then 3 wallets in 10 seconds?
Yeah,
How
no.
does it
So
work?
yeah, it'll basically skip from like basically kind of randomize the actual wallets from in the actual task set. So if we actually go within the actual bundler itself right now, let me show you that. Well,
Mhm.
if we go back here, cancel here, we go back to wallets, the ones that are currently showing up here in volume, they'll essentially kind of randomize between the buys coming in there.
Mhm.
Eventually, I would love it to see some type of profile renaming settings so I can essentially rename these accounts to be like, John, Bob, Paul. So I'm like, oh yeah, my John's in or my Paul's in, instead of seeing like
Yeah.
different numerics. And I think these things are going to be helpful to just us devs kind of moving forward in the space because timing is everything. I mean, obviously with these RPC companies, they're not cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Now, speaking of RPC, which one? I mean, you're working on safe mode, so that's not really a situation considering that's Jito. But what currently are you working on when it comes to specifically just a
The
RPC?
Vibe bot, the Solana Vibe bot.
Oh, Solana Vibe is a Solana Vibe station.
Yeah, I think Solana Vibe Station.
Okay, cool. Are you working with like their what's it called, RP VPS as well, or is it just
No,
specifically
the
just a node?
VPS, I use the sauce server.
Okay. Oh,
So,
okay. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you what sauce? Which one version are you on? I'm on Sheesh.
it was the I heard you say like in the course, you said the guy asked you like what the users, and you said the 195 price, or he asked you
Yeah,
how much,
yeah. That's the
and then
Sheesh.
I seen all the trial, all the different ones. I just chose the 195.
Nice. Yeah. I
Yeah,
like that. I had no issues with it. I'm actually using it right now to be on this session with you actually.
yeah.
And
How do you connect the audio to like your your
oh,
microphone on the?
for the in regards to
Or you just do the Discord on your regular computer, and then when you go on Pump.fun and stuff, you go on the virtual machine, right?
yeah, yeah. So right now you're looking at it through my virtual machine, but I have it like shared. I'm sharing it right now on my actual,
Yeah,
my
yeah, it makes
local
sense.
computer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But it's like full screen, so it kind of looks like it's like, part of my
yeah.
main.
So the audio can't connect pretty much to the virtual.
Yeah, well, the audio actually technically is on the main computer, not the actual virtual. The virtual is just showing as like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
display, so to speak.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. Makes sense.
technicality of things, so to speak.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
you didn't have even looks like no social media right here, right? There's no socials.
Yeah, I just copied someone's stuff.
Just copy some stuff. Now, how about comments? Were you in there adding comments, or was that
No, that
something
was all natural.
that
Like,
was all natural? Wow, beautiful.
actually, I called one of my or two of my friends. I just told them, "Yo, go on Pump Fun and start commenting and shit." And then I just got them to put some change in.
Wow. So we're looking at basically from a 7,000 market cap all the way to 300 with 325,000.
Yeah, 325. I can't even imagine how much my money would have been if I took it out, brother. I don't even want to
And
think about it.
and that was before you took the course or after you took the course?
This is after I took the course. I wouldn't
Wow,
be the course is what caused this
man.
though.
I appreciate that. That's dope, man. That's love. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. This
Wow,
is
that's
all
so
you, bro. I
awesome.
swear. Just literally, I wrote down a bunch of notes of things you said to do, and I listened to. The reason I didn't bundle the first block is because I remember the guy you were working with. He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I used to bundle the first block, but it didn't work, so I started just waiting a bit for the bots to just leave. So I just did that." And then
Wow.
all from the course, bro. I swear, everything was strictly. I just didn't know how to use the volume bot, and I used that the Pump.fun
Yeah.
thing,
Right.
and that I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like that helped.
and that's some of the sauce that we're trying to like teach people that at the end of the day, there's so many different things that you can use to cut a cake. You got your dog with
Yeah,
tools, right, and that's going to be your orchestra, so to speak. To move the markets, that does what it needs to do, and then you have to
yeah.
use other things to be able to give it that sauce, that pepper, that spice, that sugar.
The
You know what I'm
ingredients,
saying?
yeah,
Ingredients. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, this happened 2 days ago, look like, right?
mm.
Wow.
Oh, 2 days ago, yeah.
2 days ago. Wow. And so, since then, have you started anything else yet?
Uh, yeah. Let me check right now. There was one more coin actually that blew up too. Let me try to find it. Forgot what it was called. It blew up before this one. It didn't blow up like this though. I think it went to like 50K,
Oh
but
yeah.
I put pennies into it. Like, yeah, I didn't even get to go into
What?
it to be honest. But let me try to find it.
Let's check it out. I'm so proud of you, man. Like that is so
Bro,
amazing.
this
Like
is you, man. This is
no,
like
no,
I,
no,
you
this is
know,
not me. Fuck
I
that.
thank
No,
God first, brother,
no,
and then
no,
I
you ain't
thank
gonna do
you for
that.
it after.
No,
I
no. This
swear.
is you, bro. This is all
Even I've been
fucking
telling my
you.
friends, you know,
Thank
trying to
you.
get my
That's all.
friends.
Just that's all I asked for. Tell the friends and drop it in the vouch. You know, and just because the word needs to be out there. Because honestly, the funny thing about it is, I just finished up an episode, and it's gonna be crazy. And if you don't mind, if could I please share this testimonial with the world, please?
Brother, do your thing, man. You know,
Thank you
if you
so
can,
much.
just yeah, just take my name out and stuff.
I
But
got
do
you.
your
I
thing,
got
bro.
you. I got you. But yeah, man, this is amazing. And now what we have here, and I just kind of want to just show the charts here because this is a class A play, you know, and not everybody takes the sauce and just really just takes it to the whole finish level, you know. Like
Yeah, I
this
feel
is
you.
a class A act right here, right? And the charts could not, I repeat, could not look any more sexier than this.
Bro,
uh,
I couldn't even fathom it.
and in a safe, in safe.
Yeah,
I know admins that
that's what
low key
happens when you
behind the
get this
scenes.
course. I feel like, you know,
What's that?
I feel like that all came from your course.
Oh man.
Just me knowing what to do at certain times, like even doing the Pump.fun at a certain point. I remember it was losing like kind of not volume. Now they quit. Like people, I could tell it's slowing down a bit.
Yeah. We
But
get
bro,
it.
it's just, I
And we,
wouldn't be able to do it without that course, man. That's all I know, you
man,
know.
you know, the thing about it is I had to learn the hard way. I had to
Yeah, I
literally,
can
you
imagine.
know, because anybody who tells you about some type of like ways of learning and how to make money and they're just basically always profiting or just literally, that's the way they're profiting is by taking your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And for
guess.
me, I had to learn by literally, unfortunately, not taking but using my mom's money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
I
feel
got to
you,
get
brother.
liquidated and be like, Mom, like I only got like $100 in my name. I'm a grown ass man that's in his 30s. Please, my dad won't be proud of me. God rest his soul. Let me please get this money, and I got her money back, but I had to do it through liquidation. You know, unfortunately. Yeah.
Nah, even me, brother. I'm not gonna lie. Even this starting, I like this crypto. I pretty much just took out a little bit of my savings. Like not a little bit, but a good amount from crypto.
Wow.
But bro, I
Wow.
realized, brother, I wasn't gonna do this. But everything in life is risk. You know, you gotta take
Yeah.
a risk to succeed. So.
Absolutely. Now, what would you say that when it comes to specifically the course? Because I remember we had this conversation, and I was super excited about talking to you before you even started to launch, and I was expecting this like one-on-one or this like the session to go as of like, hey, let's go over the course, let's kind of go over more of the things how we could do better, but to
Mhm.
have this success play to go from like 6,000 to 320, fucking kudos. Like, whoa, like people don't do that in the
Thank
first
you,
two
brother.
three
Thank you,
months.
man.
Like,
I appreciate it. I
a lot of
appreciate
people
it. Me
honestly are,
personally, bro, I feel like
yeah,
it's all you. I feel like if
nah,
people
fuck
actually
no.
listen to your course, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, uh,
Thank you, man. You know,
yeah,
it's
you
so
actually
funny
have to
though, because I
put in the
want
work, you
people to
know.
know at the end of the day is this. There's sometimes, and this is all love. This is all love because I know they're going to be watching this though. But there's some people behind the scenes, and you know who you are. You're my brother. I love you. I love you. But
It's
you're
all
the one
love.
that told me on the DM that, like, hey, I don't know anybody sending anything with what's it called, with safe mode anymore. You know, I don't think it's not probably good to tell your students about safe mode. Okay, okay,
Yeah, I feel you.
okay.
I sent you another one that was on safe mode. It went to 80K too. And
Ooh,
I started
another
with pennies.
success. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh my goodness
But
gracious.
I didn't get to make money off this one still. I didn't get to really
No, it's
go in.
okay. So you went to 80K. The thing about it is that, sometimes, and respectfully, I always say this respectfully, and this is tough love,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
sometimes it might just be sometimes a skill issue,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly, brother.
but
Bro, me, I appreciate the honesty. You know, I'm not gonna take feelings. Be as
yeah,
honest as you can, brother.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I know. I just want to be respectful, though. But it sometimes might be a skill issue because, a lot of times, and I want to tell you just straight up, if you want to give some free game here, when
Hmm.
it comes to your contracts, what you could do is I would be highly advantageous to get something like Bullix, for example, that allows you to have a limiter situation, which basically when the market caps gets to a specific Solana cap, it'll literally limit and sell out, and you'll be out. You'll be boom, you're done. That's it. And so like
Is it like the
this.
Telegram bot?
This exactly, matter of fact, well, it does have Bullix is a Telegram clone bot. It's kind of connected to Telegram, but it's got its own infrastructure. You have the ability to actually import wallets into it nowadays, and you can actually control kind of like the DogWifTools infrastructure from a wallet perspective, but on Radium. Now, the thing what you're seeing here is what we commonly see in these deploys. Now, these snipers that have a lot of liquidity, they are essentially trying to overpower the devs, and the way they're doing it is they before they fire in, you got to realize they're coming with the RPC that we talked
I
about in the
can't see.
beginning.
Are you showing your screen right now?
Oh yeah, you don't see it?
No, no, yeah, I haven't
Oh,
seen
okay, I'm
it.
glad you said that. Something. Let me go back here, and click on my I think it is sharing. You got to click on my name, and then
Oh
it'll.
yeah, my bad.
No worries. So when you see this like line here, this literally tells you that it was limited, and it's a situation where a sniper will come in with such a large liquidity and take the floor price up to Ray, and it'll migrate. But the thing about it is, they before they even fire that bullet in there, they put this thing called a DCA limiter in there, and they top it off right here, which means essentially at the end of the day, let's say actually technically they top it off like right here. And what that means basically within the day is once they come in, any money after migration that apes in because they see a high volume of something happening, and then they're automatically just gonna exit out. Like automatically it
Mm,
just cut, so that's why you see a thin ass line. And it's very important sometimes when you get deeper and deeper, now that you're kind of getting the understandings and getting your bearings right when it comes to specifically this space, how these lines are with your actual wallets and how they work, because this will allow you to do certain things like, okay, let me put this wallet in there, and this one wallet, for example, will be a DCA, and I'll make it set for like 250K. So regardless of my emotions, right,
mhm,
I will limit out. And that's what happens.
mhm.
It'll no longer be a skill issue because you allowed your emotions to be completely removed from the actual scenario from the very jump.
Yeah, it's like automated type thing. It's not
Type
manual
shit, type
control. Yeah,
shit.
yeah, makes sense.
Exactly.
Makes sense. So,
Exactly.
but let's say this guy, right when he did that,
Uh-huh.
let's say I had a substantial amount in there. If I were to sell it before him, and now let's say he sells and it crashes the market, w- with the profits, would I be able to buy back in and like kind of raise the floor?
Well, yeah, I mean, in this particular instance here, like he's coming in on top of you, so your profit's already going crazy. But his goal was really to basically go straight to Ray, and then dump it, and essentially knowing that you hopefully you will not sell before he sell, that type of shit,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
so
Makes sense.
basically, if you can see here, that's kind of what happened in a sense. Like as you can see, it went out all the way up, and then at that point it just basically crashed right here, and then it looks like it went to Ray here. So it's almost in a sense, are you familiar with a Mev bot is?
No,
A Mev bot is it's essentially like a
brother,
elite
I'm
sniper.
like complete beginner to
No,
this
it's
stuff.
all
I'm not
good.
gonna
It's
lie,
all good. That's why I wanted to be here to kind of give you like an idea of what MEV means. So
Mm-hmm.
first of all, MEV means a maximal extractable value. Now I know that's a big ass fucking word, but essentially there's these bots that are extracting value of data from the meme pool, which is basically Solana. So essentially whenever these traders such as yourself, whether you're a dev or you're a trader, you buy and sell from the quote unquote meme pool, this data is shown in transactions. And so they're essentially reading this information, and when they're doing doing is not only reading it, but at almost light speed data time, coming in and being able to quote unquote front run you before you actually do a buy or sell. And so
Mhm.
essentially what may have happened here, right, is mevs get really active when they see a big buy about to come in, and then they front run it on purpose. So what would happen technically is maybe per se this candle here, this green candle right here, you see, it could have been like maybe 3 or 4 people coming in like a heavy soul buy trying to come in with bundles, but then they got mev'd on purpose just so that way the mev can literally come in with like $200,000 but sell real quick. It literally does that just so we could take away freaking 5 or 10 soul. That's what a mev does. And so what happens is it triggers
And
off.
these are programmed pretty much. People aren't really doing.
Yeah, these are programmed, but it's also running on like very high speed nodes that are connected by these things called validators. And the validators have like thousands of Solana in them that are essentially like hedged off, like bidding to basically get to Solana and buy and sell from it. Everything's a buy and sell, like a bid in Solana. And so, yeah, essentially what happens here, it migrates, takes 4 to 5 minutes to migrate, right? And then boom, you have a tool, first of all, that is like pretty much donezo because you weren't even expecting to get to Ray right away because you got to prepare the Ray button, you know, on DogWifTools, you got to prepare the Ray button. So what happens is a lot of times when my students are using these tools, they're so eager to get to their projects, and then if it does send, they click on this Ray button and not even realizing this shit on's already in me. And if that's happens,
does it work? I remember I think in the tutorial it says like they're gonna fix it or something.
You know, these buttons are always, always on an updating type of frequency type of thing, just due to the fact that the space is always changing. You know, I could probably bet my bottom dollar that it might have worked tomorrow. I mean, it might have not worked yesterday, but probably works today. It's like always a flip a coin of a thing when it comes to specifically Radium, because the job is really to, well, first of all, Radium sells and wrapped soul, and Pump.fun sells in Solana. And so there's essentially like a little disconnect as far as the transfer of Solana to W Soul. There's a lot of programmatic things that happen behind the scenes from a developer standpoint that just essentially need to happen quickly in order for the actual transaction to go through. But while that's happening, there's a migration that doesn't take no time for nobody. It just migrates, you know? And so therefore the Pump.fun, I mean, sometimes the bots have particular hiccups just due to that fact, but the whole sniper game is to essentially undermine everyone that in the deployer game's business. So they kind of understand the nuances that are happening with the deployers. They understand that the type of, you know, pretty much bugs, quote unquote, that's happening, that pretty much before and 3 or 4 months ago, we were just dumping on these guys like easier. Now they're like, okay, we'll do this then. We're coming in this way. And it's always a PvP on money, essentially, right? And so
like chess pretty much. When you said that, brother, that's when I realized it's not a game about trying to make your coin go famous on Twitter, paying for marketing. It's about triggering the bots. Like the
bada
first,
bing, bada
I feel
boom.
like the first 200k, 300k is just straight bots. And
Bada
if
bing,
that
bada
does well,
boom.
if you could hold the floor on Radium, once it hits Radium, then
Yep.
now you're set to win. I
For
feel like.
life. For life. For life. Absolutely. And you know, in different market caps, you know, it doesn't stop. The bots continue to grow and grow and grow for a higher AFK value. Just because
I have a question though before I forget, brother. My bad.
Absolutely.
For the bundler, you know how you said the Radium dump all? Well, let's say I don't bundle in the block 0, because I noticed on like Trenchy and it says if it's been bundled in the first block, and I heard it's not really like people. I don't know. Do bots care if it's been bundled? Do people care?
I mean, the thing about it is, like, yes, they do care, but you coming in how you did, you came in like with a reasonable amount that essentially does not look like it's like too hazardous on the radar. Now, also, you have to remember too that Bullock's Neo just came out, and so that's platform's job is to basically PvP what market makers are doing by essentially warning people of the different bundle nuances that are going on in the market, right? And so, with that being said, what you essentially did is you basically did like a Ronaldo or like a fucking you know, like a what's another fucking soccer player, Messi. Yeah, like you basically went around them and they just kicked it to the left, and they were like, "What the fuck? How How the fuck you just do that? And honestly, this is because you came in with just a little curveball, which is a little 2-piece, right? And then you gave them some extra sauce chicken on the way up to the stairs. You didn't come in all
Bro, I
bundled
feel like
in.
that's where this is all from you talked about it in your
Bada bing, bada boom.
the
And it's
tour,
so
not
crazy and
tutorial,
easy, but it's so
course.
hard because people overthink shit so much.
Yeah, I feel you. So would you say? So let's say, do if bots don't come in the beginning, like the first 10 minutes, or let's say they do come, but it's not nothing crazy, is the coin done? Or like, what would you consider a coin done? You know?
Nah, the coin ain't done in the first 10 minutes. Matter of fact, my coin that I had put to multi-millions mean that
Mhm.
was 3 months. You realize that, you know, the more volume and the more holder distribution and more quote unquote time is like basically like almost okay. Look at it like this. You know how when people
How fast?
celebrate wine, like, oh,
Yeah,
this age wine, that this is how you look at contracts. If you get a contract on Pump that's been on Pump for like 9 months and it's got like 9,000 holder distribution and it's been building, they're gonna ape into that shit compared to like one that's been out for an hour that's got 9,000. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly. So you more did the long term game type thing, right?
Yeah, for me personally, like I have two type of like strokes. One stroke essentially would be like an OnlyFans situation. I'm in Vegas,
Yo, I
so
heard
it's
that,
really
brother. I'm not gonna
simple.
lie, that shit is genius. That shit is
Yeah, it's
straight
like they're
genius.
they're buying feet pictures anyways, you know, like
Yeah.
they don't care about bubble maps. They don't care about it at all.
Mhm.
They look at bubble maps, matter of fact, and they say, you know, that matter of fact, they'll go into bubble maps and they'll generate it and they'll be like, oh, pretty colors. Like it's all spread together. We all love each other.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I feel.
You know, so you know it's the normies essentially will not like care if the actual project is attached to a woman that they already are subscribed and paying thousands of dollars to jack off to be completely blunt.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's
Yeah.
very true.
But you know, beyond that, you know, for me particularly, I like two other things. I like the advantageous way of things, which essentially is looking for particular senders. For example, when Donald Trump, you know, got his ear shot off, there's that ear project that
Mhm.
one of my students had did. So that I love those opportunity type of projects. I also like the projects where you really take advantage of essentially like the mind state of like bad people for a good
Mhm.
reason. Like for example, the next
Bro, I was thinking
show.
of doing a racist coin. You know, I'm not gonna
Thank
lie
you.
to you.
This is a
I feel
good
like that's
prelude. This is actually a good prelude because you know what? I was in the process of cooking up my little video, right? And this
Yeah.
video was a 30-minute like full on video on how I essentially created a racist coin, and I had a white man promote it for me,
Yeah.
and I would love to, if you can, since this is like the end of this little like the video here. I would love to kind of like prelude this out, like this be the end of our little thing, and of course we'll continue with our little one on this end, and I'll just stop the recording. But I would love to kind of show the camera and talk to them real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah, brother, do your thing, bro. Do
Yeah,
your
man.
thing.
So we're about to give you guys basically the exclusive drop. Right now, I'm gonna shoot a double video, a double whammy. So yeah, this is gonna be the prelude, just to kind of like show you guys the sauce is real, it's true, it's organic. This is not scripted. This is something that like we're
Shit,
literally having
real.
this conversation and showing you real projects, real pump fun shit. Look at the CA addresses. Money really flew through that motherfucker. And now I'm going to be showing you now how I essentially got a meme coin to pump the racist coin, and how I did that by essentially psychologically messing with racist people. And that's how I make America great again. You know what I'm saying? I think that we all can contest that this is a capitalist society. So don't get mad, get even.
Yeah, my bad, brother.
So
Are you showing your screen right now?
yeah, I am.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Thought it froze.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started.